when we look at new product development, right, what is the essential part is also we talk about why we study this is that when we study new product development, we are looking at the role of product managers, right? Product manager has key success in terms of has responsibility of seeing the success of a new product. Basically has we discussed about functional view, right? You have discussed about, let's say, marketing, finance, operations, strategy. These are all different functional parts in your organization. Whereas the product development process involves end-to-end process, right? If you are a product manager, you have to be on top of all these different aspects of business. You need to take care of the operations in terms of how to optimize cost and so on, how to manage the supply chain or how to get raw material and so on. You need to also look at what are the user needs or how do you position or find the target customer, segmentation, targeting, positioning and so on, or the STP in the marketing side. So, the product manager's role is beyond a functional view. Product manager can have end-to-end responsibility or accountability for a product. These are basic ideas of product management roles today, right? So, have a oversight or have complete view on organizations' different functions, how they operate within the product framework. Okay. Product manager essentially has a key role and decides whether you will have positive outcome or negative outcome of a product management process. So, essentially we have what we are discussing here is structured approach of product management, right? Structured approach when we will talk about right from generating ideas, selecting idea, identifying the product, execution of the product or development and then launching it and so on, right? These are your structured approach. There are the unstructured approach is when companies do not have a structured process, they follow something what we call a ready, fire, aim, right? You have an object, you shoot the product, right? It's a very straightforward approach, right? Some of those, when you do this ready, fire, aim approach, the success probability will be lower. Whereas we are talking about large organizations, when they come up with product management as a process, they follow structured approach typically, right? One of the things that also we need to keep in mind here is having a great idea is not enough when we talk about product development. You may have great idea, but if you do not know how it fits the customer's requirement, whether your organization have capability to develop it, you can produce it at a cost which is feasible or which the customer is willing to pay. Some of those elements, if they don't fit the great idea, not necessarily will translate into great results, right? This is why following a structured approach and step by step process is essential when we talk about new product development process. As we discussed, the product manager role or the product management process in the organization usually is a multifunctional process, and product management involves taking risk, right? Unless a company is willing to take risk, you cannot come up with a process or you cannot have a program for new product development, because even if we are following a structured approach, it is possible that half of your new products will fail, right? Think of it as if you launch a new type of biscuit, is it necessary that it will be successful? Some of those products fail, some of those products meet customer requirement, right? Product management involves risk taking, right? So, product management, when we say, the role is not of a functional manager or a specialist functional role. This is more as a general management role. The other key features we look at when we are talking about a product manager or product management processes need to be creative. Okay, you need to be creative in terms of your positioning, in terms of your selection and so on. So, risk taking and creative both go hand in hand here, right? Again, multifunctional and general management are related.